Hi, art seekers. Today we're talking to amazing street artist Annie Preece in her fabulous space, which I think is my new obsession. Thank you so much for chatting with us.
Yeah, no problem.
I was wondering, how did you first start to see the street as your canvas?
Well, I was actually like 16, 17, and I started dating a guy that was a graffiti artist in the Bay Area. And so I just kind of fell into it, and I would do, I learned how to get up, and this is before like street art and graffiti was like socially acceptable. This is back in like 97. And so he taught me how to do graffiti. I did terrible graffiti. Terrible. Like I was horrible at it. And I did that for a couple of years. And then I moved to LA about 5 years ago. A friend of mine got me into this new gallery that was a street art gallery. And so I got in there, and then I just started getting jobs doing street art, I guess because I was in the gallery, and it had been a long time since I had used spray paint and did a mural. But I started doing them, and it's just kind of the rest is history. It was fun. It was fun getting back into it. Because now I do obviously characters as opposed to graffiti. When I first started back up again, I was doing some illegal work and like stupid tags and stuff like that. But I'm at a point now where most of my stuff is legal.
Did you have any crazy situations or run-ins with the law when you worked illegally?
I didn't. I was really fortunate, honestly. Just slick.
Stealthy. Do you think that your illegal work was different in tone than your legal? Did you feel like it came more from you?
It is a little different on the street, because I do whatever the hell I want, and occasionally I still have to do. I get hired by brands a lot and all that.
You have to pander to their aesthetic a little bit, and
yeah. But whatever, I'm fortunate to be in that position, and I get paid, so that's cool.
Right, and then that can fund other work that you do that maybe comes from your own direction and not somebody else's.
Right. Yes. And and I can pay my rent and stuff, which is nice.
Oh, that. What do you think the differences are between working in a gallery and working on the street?
Obviously my little shit studio is in my house, so anytime I'm working on like a gallery show or anything like that, I'm stuck in my house for, a month on end, and I go a little crazy. But bigger, anytime I do murals, because at this point I just do, I do murals now. But bigger is always more fun and challenging. Anytime that you're up high, like I actually am doing a 30-foot wall, and I've done a mural that's 4 stories high. You're this far away from the wall, so you can't get a good grasp on the perspective. So it's difficult. And, for me, I use a different medium on the wall. So I use spray paint as opposed to acrylic paint when I'm painting canvases. It's weird because my like canvas work is a lot different than my the work I do on the street. The work I do on the street is more like kind of cartoony, and like silly and dumb. But like my canvas stuff, although I do silly and dumb stuff as well, a lot of people don't want that in their house. Do you know what I'm saying? So I tend to like paint a little differently, and I like both of them. I like painting both styles.
You can kind of be your unfettered self when you're on the street because people aren't buying it. There really is no option for them to, and so you can explore and be creative and be colorful and really bold and assertive in a way that maybe it's harder to do on canvases.
Absolutely. I got in trouble one time when I did this mural behind a barber shop, and it was in an alley, and the guys and my friends own the barber shop, and they're like, do this, here's a wall space, go crazy, do whatever you want, make it really edgy. So I did this mural, and I'm sure I can't even talk about half the stuff I put on it, but there is a lot of genitalia and drug images of drugs and Care Bears and all this stuff. It was really, really offensive, and but it was stupid, and I didn't really think much of it because it was in an alleyway, so I didn't think the general public would really pay attention to it, and it probably lasted about 6 hours before the cops came. It was a big scene. When I got into street art here, I noticed there was a lot of people that watched that movie Exit through the gift shop, and then all of a sudden they decided they wanted to be street artists. And I went, so when I got on the scene in LA, I wanted to do what I wanted to do, and I don't still care what anyone thinks about it. And I think that's what sets me aside from what other people do. A lot of people do, like Marilyn Monroe. It's the same regurgitated crap. And I wanted to do something bold and funny and stupid that people would enjoy and look at and laugh. And that's kind of what I do on the streets, It's lighthearted. It's not that serious. I'm kind of known as the unicorn girl because the first big mural I did here in LA was this huge, barfing, shitting rainbow unicorn. And it was so stupid. Like, I wanted to do, like, the dumbest thing ever because it's just hilarious, And it got a lot of attention. And a lot of other street artists, because there's always, like, that beef or if someone's new on the scene, they didn't like that. They were like, who's this chick? A lot of people were freaked out because I don't think that image of a unicorn, vomping is what they call it, rainbows, was that popular at the time when I did it. Now it's all over the internet, but it wasn't, and a lot of people that walked by it were kind of, didn't expect it. But that was my first big mural here, and it kind of got the ball rolling, and it went viral on the internet, so that was crazy. And so I'll always be grateful for that, however long it lasted, 2 months, for that stupid unicorn.
The unicorn that launched an icon.
The unicorn. I owe a lot to the unicorn.